Hello, welcome to the Dukascopy TV studios in Geneva. I'm Sam Meredith, and joining me today to discuss energy issues is Oleg Dzioubinski from the United Nations of Economic Commissions for Europe. Welcome, Oleg.
Thank you, Sam. Pleasure to be here.
No problem. So, firstly, one of the issues discussed at the 6th International Forum on Energy for Sustainable Development was looking to make the Hammamet Declaration more operational. Now, how is this going to happen? What conclusions did you come to for this?
Okay, thank you, Sam. The Hammamet Declaration is, in fact, a joint statement of the executive secretaries of the 5 UN regional commissions that was made at the 5th forum in Tunisia. And indeed, the delegates of the forum this year in Yerevan, the idea was to make it more operational and to identify primary areas, primary action areas that we could focus on in the near term to make it operational. So these priority action areas there are 5 of them, and it's on what actually regional commissions can do to help the member states to achieve their needs in energy, in sustainable energy. And they include assisting the member states in developing, upon request, their national action plans on sustainable energy. It includes helping them in further developing and improving their energy statistics program. And that is also in the there is a World Bank program under the Sustainable Energy for All initiative that is called Global Tracking Framework, and that is indeed deals very much with proper statistics on energy efficiency, renewable energy, and energy access. Then there are 8 areas, main areas that were stated in the Hammamet Declaration, and helping to improve capacity in all these areas to the member states, and that includes energy market reform, energy efficiency, renewable energy, access to energy, financing and investments, technology, statistics, innovation. So those are the areas we want to focus on. Again, capacity of the member states. Encouraging international dialogue for technological and knowledge exchange between the member states. And finally, developing internationally recognized minimum energy performance standards. That's what's crucial. That's what has been adopted at the forum in Yerevan.
Okay, well, you mentioned renewable energy a few times there. This is a policy which has been suggested it needs to change. So what can change to make a positive difference in the future?
A lot has to be redesigned indeed. In fact, the focus needs to be on changes institutional, in legislation, in removing barriers in financing. There needs to be clear legislation in the availability of the connection to the grid for the renewable energy producers, so they have no barriers in that. There needs to be development, where necessary, where possible, of mini-grids, microgrids, and off-grid renewable energy solutions. The development of renewable energy needs to be looked at also in connection with developing future energy systems, developing smart grids. That's all part of it. Very important is financing. And by financing, we mean that it's not the government's role in that is to create conditions so that investments would go into renewable energy and would go into the right parts of renewable energy. We're not talking now about the subsidies. Subsidies may still have their role for a while, but I think they're being phased out in many countries. So the question is how renewable energy can be done as business as usual. So those are the main parts where the policies need to be redesigned, at least some of that. There is more.
Yeah, of course. Well, lastly, Oleg, for today, what about energy efficiency? It's a key concern. It's something you've spoken about in our first question today. It's a priority action area too. Now, it's been said that you're looking to double the global rate of improvement of energy efficiency by 2030. So over the next 15 years, how will you do that?
How do we do that? Energy efficiency has often been called the low-hanging fruit. We now also hear that energy efficiency is the primary energy source, because indeed, if you increased energy efficiency, you don't need as much energy, you don't need as many power stations and so on. The question again boils down to the policies, to the legislation, to the institutional capacity in the countries. The financing, again, similar to renewable energy, somewhat different because the structure is different, is very, very important. And it cannot be all public financing. For a simple reason, there is not enough of it. It has to be private money. And private money is there. It's just how they are to be directed, how to create conditions, right conditions for investments to flow into energy efficiency. That still has to be understood. Raising awareness, I mean, it's a buzzword, but indeed it's important. If you, as a household or somebody who deals with, I don't know, a company, an industry, or transport, or indeed in the building sector, or even more important probably, financing and banking, you have to understand it's a question of, again, making energy efficiency projects business as usual. How do you make financial products interesting so that the risks for the investors are minimal and they know that they will receive return on their investments? When that happens, we'll see indeed twofold, if not more, increase in energy efficiency. I wouldn't say it will solve everything, but energy efficiency is definitely a way to improve the situation with the climate change, with emissions, and so on, and, well, also with just reducing our energy bills. That's it. Just wanted to mention to you, UNECE has produced a couple of publications on best policy practices for promoting energy efficiency, as well as national case studies on policy reforms to promote energy efficiency investments. These could be very useful, first of all, to the policymakers in the countries, but also for other stakeholders, and I think that would be interesting.
Okay, Oleg, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam.
And thank you for watching. Be sure to click back to Dukascopy TV for more updates and exclusive interviews. See you next time.